Hello, welcome to my channel, your CSI Net Buddy. In the course of this pandemic, I just come to know the syllabus of various PhD exams like AIMS and many more. Like CSR is the main, but we just don't, we have to focus on other exams also. So we should think broadly and you should be understanding the important topic nowadays. The most important topic is coronavirus. So this is the most important topic because now after this pandemic will over, the main topic, the questions will be coming from this topic also, I think, and this will be true. 2-3 questions from coronavirus will be included in all the exams because we have virus section in our CSIR net also, so it can be including, so it can also include the coronavirus. So now I thought this will be an important video for all the students, so I am sharing this video with you. So we should start our new video that is about coronavirus. In this video we will be considering all the important topics, the part of question, the interaction sites of coronavirus, that is SARS-CoV-2 strain, and the interaction with the human cell, how it is caused, the transfer passage, and various thoughts. And the important what you will going to learn after this watching this video is you will come to know about how the vaccines are formed and what is the basic idea behind the vaccine. So you can also think about it if you are a scholar or something, like you are researching on a topic regarding corona. So it will be beneficial if you study that how we can make vaccines on coronavirus. So I should start my video. The coronavirus order is, first we will study the classification of coronavirus. So the order is nidovirus, family is Coronaviridae, and the subfamily of coronavirus is Coronavirinae. Hope so you are understanding what I am saying. And now this Coronaviridae is further divided into 4 classes, which is alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. So these are the strains, and the beta strain is the SARS-CoV virus, that is SARS-CoV-2. Then we have mammalian respiratory virus strain COVID, and then SARS-CoV strain 2, which is our coronavirus. This SARS-CoV-2 is the, you can say, nomenclature done by the IUCN, ICZN, International Council of Zoological Nomenclature. So this name is given like it's SARS-CoV strain 2. Now we should study about various things, like the coronavirus is inactive when the temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, but it is active when the temperature is below 27 degrees Celsius, or it can also resist 0 degrees Celsius. That is, it can also live beyond 0 degrees Celsius. In freezing temperature, coronavirus will survive. The main thing that why the people says and all the doctors and scientists are just prescribing to wash our hands daily on timely basis and use the sanitizers, because as we know from our basic knowledge, a virus is, what is a virus? Virus is having a capsid, which is a nucleoprotein, which is having the capsid protein. So this capsid proteins, as you can say, these capsid proteins are made up of lipid, and this all layer, the capsid layer, is made up of lipid. So what we can do, what we do when we wash our hands, so when we take a little drop of, you can say, hand sanitizer or soap on your hand, so what you are doing is, you are just taking the soap drop and you are just moving your hand, shaking your hands, or you are just, what are you doing? You are just killing the debris. That is, you are just working upon, you are rupturing the capsid wall of this coronavirus. That's why we use, because lipid solvents are used, because solvent will just remove or rupture this wall, so it will not able to bind to the host cell. So in this case, lipid solvents are, what I said was ether, it can be ethanol, it can be chlorine, or it can be peroxyacetic acid. These are the agents which are used to rupture the lipid bilayer of this lipid capsule of this coronavirus. What is seen is like, why the people are complaining about that they are not having any symptoms, that they are going asymptomatic, because the incubation, when the virus enters the body of the host, then after entering, it will be going in the cell, and further there it will replicate, and it will take time, that is approximately 6 to 8 days. In that period, it is also known as incubation period. Incubation period means the time in which there is no such symptoms, but the virus body replicates itself either by lytic or by lysogenic cycle. And after some time, when the cell will rupture, then all the virus particles will be released in the bloodstream, and this will be causing symptoms. I will discuss all the symptoms, why the ventilators are used, why there is a need of ventilator. So basically, what is now the most important part is, like, why, how the mammals are how the human beings are being attacked by the COVID virus. So the main problem is, we have ACE2 receptor. This is angiotensin convertase enzyme E2 receptor. As you know from your basic knowledge of hormones, you know that ACE1 is angiotensin convertase 1 is an inactive enzyme. And then in the liver we have angiotensin convertase enzyme 2, which make it active, due to which it is able to synthesize angiotensinogen. Now this angiotensinogen enzyme, that is that hormone, what it will be going to do, it will be activating aldosterone, the main hormone which maintains the buffer state, which maintains the pH of blood, that is approximately slightly basic, and also it is sympathetic responses are maintained. It when there is less concentration, that is there is an accident, the person who met with the accident is just bleeding a lot, so the whole fluids are just going out of the body. That's why the internal concentration of salts, that is sodium potassium, is decreasing. So what we'll be going to do is the aldosterone will come and it will be having, or it will form, you can say, the transport channels, the carrier proteins, which will take the whole component inside the blood, that it will vasoconstrict. And vasoconstriction means like the blood is flowing and flowing, but at the time of accident we don't want our blood to flow outside the body, because we are making an accident and the blood will be flowing, so we want less blood to go outside the body. So vasoconstriction will constrict the blood vessels and will keep the person from excess bleeding. And after a time, the blood clot forms, which has thromboxane, fibrinogen components, which will be helping in blood clot formation. And this internal sodium potassium concentration will be maintained by aldosterone. This will maintain the internal sodium potassium concentration by sodium potassium pump, and more sodium will be absorbed inside the body. This whole process and whole functions are of aldosterone hormone. Like ACE2, in the case of corona, what is happening is the ACE2 receptor, this has similarity with the spike protein of COVID-19. So it easily binds to this receptor on our body cells. Basically, this receptor is present all over the body, but majorly in lungs on pneumocyte cells. Basically, it is present on pneumocyte cells in alveoli, in lungs, whole respiratory tract, in digestive tract also it is present. So it has receptors on various parts of our body, basically various organs of our body. So what is going to happen is, now when you inhale the gas, like this is a person, he is having this trachea, larynx, pharynx, and these bronchioles, which are further divided in bronchi, bronchioles, primary and secondary bronchioles, and further in the end what we have is alveoli, where the major process, that is exchange of carbon dioxide and intake of oxygen, takes place with the blood vessels. So here what is going to happen is, like, you are breathing and breathing without mask basically, and you catch the virus. So it will move inside your body either from the nostril or from the mouth, and will move and move and move, and after some time it will be attacking the alveoli cells. Now when it comes to alveoli, it has the spike proteins all over, where virus has the spike proteins. Don't be confused over here. The virus has a spike proteins, that is spike protein of virus. which has two parts, that is S1 and S2. Virus spike protein has two parts, that is S1 and S2, and the ACE2 receptor on human lungs cell. So what is going to happen now is, when this spike protein will come near the ACE2 receptor, now this will be recognized as self molecule. And we also know from our immunology background that self molecules are never be attacked, and they are always in phagocytose inside the body, and this will make a phagocytic vesicle, and this vesicle, the virus, will move inside the host cell. And always just focus this point, this is the most important point. The virus is spike protein and this ACE2 receptor. ACE2, the human cell has TMPRSS, TMPRSS2 and furin. These are restriction endonuclease enzymes, which what they are going to do is, they will come, that is a spike protein, take this as a spike protein, they will, as the spike protein is inactive, they will just cleave the spike protein and make it active. Now this spike protein is active due to the TMPRSS and furin, which are present in the, which are the restriction endonuclease present in the human cell, and this whole virus will be known as self and will engulfed in the body. Now this will grow and grow. The most important part about corona is, which makes it different from other, is like all the virus hijacks the DNA of the host cell, but in the case of corona, it has all the machineries, or you can say it has all the enzymes. It don't want to, and have no need to bind to the DNA or to hijack the DNA to attack the nucleus of the host cell. So it has no need, because it has all the enzymes and all, so he don't want to go inside the body. So the virus will remain outside in the cytosol, and there it will make and replicate and replicate and replicate for a long period of time. Basically the asymptomatic phase of the disease, that is 7 to 8 days. And after that, the cell, because there is a limited space in the cell will grow and grow and grow, and after some time the cell will burst, which makes all the virus particles to move outside the cell. Now what is going to happen is, now this will just a drastic effect. The virus particle will burst out, and all the virus particles will move here and there in the blood streams, or you can say on the cell body. So in this case, what is going to happen is, like, now why the people are facing pneumonia problem, because now in the lungs, consider this lung, in the lungs, on the alveolar cell, take this as an alveolar cell, not like this, basically it's joining and very small and attached with the blood vesicles, because we can exchange the blood, only carbon dioxide and gaseous exchange takes place over here. So what is going to happen is, like, when the virus particle, the cell will burst, the whole particles will be just moving outside, and they will cause inflammation. Because what is going to happen is, now is the main process of immunology. As the cell bursts, all the immune cells will get and signal, oh, there is something different, or we just encounter with an foreign particle, which is not which is a foreign particle, so we have to kill it. They will make immune responses, they will make B lymphocyte, B cells will proliferate, and in the core of time the B cell will proliferate, and after that what is going to happen is, when the B cell will proliferate, it will be going to make memory cells, which is after a long period of time, but it will be forming immunoglobulins. Now this immunoglobulins, that is antibody, which has VAB region and VC region, these are beaming, but it will take some time, approximately you can say infection after the interaction with the COVID virus, it will take about 10 to 11 days. That after, in the time of incubation period, you can say, yeah, it will be going to occur at that time. Now what I told you was like this, consider this: when the virus burst, when the vesicle burst, whole virus particles will be just move here and there. It will be a drastic bomb blast, like you can say. And what will going to happen is, like, as macrophages will come, the most important, or you can just scavengers of our immune system, are macrophages. So macrophages will come over here and they will start engulfing that virus particles. The virus particles are being eaten by the macrophages. The macrophages will be just burst, and the whole component, that is lytic enzymes, that is proteases, will be released. The vesicle will burst and the enzymes will be releasing outside. So in this case, the whole lung has been just, you can say, is being just not spacious enough now, because the space is being forming like a pus. When this macrophage will burst, pus will form, and this pus will take space, and now there is no space, you can say, or very less space for oxygen carbon dioxide exchange. So now you can't breathe. That's why the people are demanding for ventilators. Ventilator is a machine from which you can externally provide the oxygen carbon dioxide exchange to the person. In this case, the ventilators and the pneumonia is being complained by the various patients. So basically you can say the major symptom of coronavirus. Now what is going to happen is, when the macrophage will burst after eating or engulfing the various virus particles, it will burst and it will secrete some substances and hydrolytic enzymes all over the cell, which is a pus. A pus discharge from the macrophages will occur, and this, what is going to happen is, like, see this alveoli, these are alveoli, you just consider this is the lung and these are the alveoli cells. Now there is no space for the gaseous exchange to take place. So that's why in the case of corona, patients are majorly they majorly need the ventilators to supply artificial oxygen, so that they can breathe, at least they can live. So for the living, ventilators is being are the most important things. And in this case, like macrophages, due to the macrophage burst, that's why the post discharge occur. That's why the patients, or the patients are just, you can say, complaining. That's why they are having pneumonia like symptoms, because the main point is here now. Because there is, what is pneumonia? Pneumonia is the condition when there is a no space, or you can say the lungs are just evacuated or filled with something, and you have no gaseous exchange to take place. In this case, you can say that. And that's why. And what happened up, the thing is, the main part is, we consider all the important parts of the coronavirus, from its classification to the mode of transmission, how did it interact, and this, what I told you, that ACE2 receptor and spike protein interaction is the main part. Is this, the ACE2 and spike protein interaction is the main part for drug targeting and vaccine production. So this is a study, and now we are just coming to know about the cases are increasing day by day. But now, as a condition, I just google it out. Now the position is, like, people are recovering a lot, because the age factor also matters, because our immune system is going to form antibodies against that COVID virus spike protein. It will take time. So what is the case is the old people are, you can say, are just of immune system, they makes less antibodies, but in the young we have more antibodies, so we can bind to the more and more SARS-CoV spike proteins from these more antibodies, and they will enable to bind our ACE2 receptor, because there is no enough space to bind, and they don't have free spike protein to bind. So in this, the whole COVID-19 is I just discussed with you. If you haven't subscribed, so please share and subscribe for more interesting videos on biology and with the respect of CSIR net and various other PhD exams. I think this topic is to be discussed because nowadays coronavirus is a pandemic, and this is important, and I bet the questions will occur. Either one or two, the question will come from this coronavirus. So if you haven't subscribed, so share and subscribe and study hard, because the people, or basically you can say the CSIR ministry, has discussed that the exam is going in the second week of November. So you have an ample of time, and this ample of time you have to utilize the time very trustworthily. So study hard. All the best.